So today is Daily Cyber number 38. So this is going to be a little bit of a rant. I'm going to talk about cybersecurity and what's going on with me, but it's going to be a little bit of a rant too. So if you're with me on my journey and what's going on, stick with me. I'm going to provide some great value, I feel. But there's a little bit of, ranting kind of update that I'm going to give you first to give you some context of what's going on and why the things I'm going to be talking about are the things I'm going to be talking about. So first and foremost, family member passed away in January. It's been a roller coaster since, trying to juggle a lot of tasks and projects, getting things done. As you know, if you've ever had a family member pass away, there's a lot to do. It's just crazy. So working on that. I mean, the government, the banks and all that really don't give you any time to grieve. I mean, they're on you right away, what they need, the documents and applications and everything, and then insurance companies, and everyone wants something. So you really don't have time to grieve and kind of deal with the emotions. So it's kind of crazy. Fortunate enough, I have an analytical mind. I analyze and calculate and things like that. So dealing with everything and keeping everything organized and project management, everything is where my expertise lies. So I'm able to do it, but it's time consuming. It's a lot of work. It's a lot to deal with. And I mean, like I said, if you have ever had anyone that's passed away, you can appreciate what I'm talking about. So, which brings me to what's going on over the last month and a half. Had my family member's memorial service and went to that. Was great. Got some things off my chest. Healed some old relationships that have been out of my life for quite some time, and there was a great time to be able to heal a lot of old relationships that had some emotional challenges, right, to say the least. And there was things that just weren't said and hadn't been discussed, and now they have been, and just a lot of healing I found on my side going on, feeling good about what's happening. A relationship that I've missed out on for like 18 years has now come back into my life, which has been phenomenal on my side because it's something that I've been looking for, right? And kind of in the sense of not like, it's a kind of a family member, I'll just put it out there, that kind of been missing out of my life for like 18 years, and now having them come back into my life, trying to work on that relationship and having a healthy relationship, especially when there's emotions behind it. There's probably some hurt, some anger, some frustration, right? And on both sides, not to each other, but who knows? I mean, I can't speak about the other person, but I know on my side, it's kind of like, some just sadness, disappointment, how things worked out. And now having that relationship present itself again is bringing up emotions, kind of bringing things up, and just trying to look at how I can best serve that relationship and be able to give as much as I can. So, every relationship is 50-50, and you give back as much as you can. So let's kind of bring this all full circle on how does it work on cybersecurity, right? One of the things that I've been trying to do is study when I can, but since October 2016, it's just been throwing me off of my studying and things that have been going on. And it really shows me that, like, your risk analysis and what you're doing, and how to assess your situation, what's going on, right? From loss prevention, someone passing away, right? And I know today it was interesting, someone contacted me about data loss prevention. But loss prevention of any kind, like, how do you prevent loss? How do you prevent that? And then if you do, how do you have your systems in place to make sure the loss is not affecting you after the fact, right? When someone passes away, of course, there's emotional, you have to grieve, but also there's legalities, financial, estates, you name it. Like, how do you protect all the assets? And especially when you're running a business and when you're looking at your data loss prevention, you look at your systems, your policies, your procedures, your overhead, your suppliers, your equipment, like everything, your staff. How do you protect them if there was ever a major loss? Right? How do you protect them? And something that's always keeping in my back of my mind as I'm doing these things is, how to be analytical through these processes and really hack the system. And not hacking in the sense of, black hat hacking, how I can, manipulate the system, but hacking it so I understand it, understand the ins and outs, the black and white, the legalities, the fine print. So when I go and talk to lawyers or financial advisors and whatever, I have the right lingo. I understand exactly what they're talking about. So they're not talking over my head and I don't understand it. And that's when you look at hacking, right? At the deepest sense of the word, that's what hackers are really all about, is understanding and breaking down any process, policies, procedures, technology, you name it, to find it out, to learn it, to kind of, almost absorb it. So then what happens is when they have to work with it or deal with it, they know it inside and out. And it's because they've dove deep into the system and they've tried to break it. Like they, do whatever they can to break it apart and then put it back together. Right? And that's really when you look at a hacker. And why one of the things I'm striving for is to be, an ethical hacker, but in all areas of life, right? To do it properly, to do it ethically, to make sure that I'm doing it to help myself and the people around me. So that's kind of my rant for today. I wanted to get back and doing the videos because I appreciate doing video logs and something that for me is healing, as well as leaves me accountable to something and something bigger than me. So what happens is that I can keep pushing. When I watch back these videos or see the comments and people that I've made, I can see, you know what, I got to keep pushing forward. I got to keep pushing forward. Even the times when you feel like I want to throw my hands up in the air and say, I'm done, right? I'm done. I don't want to do anymore. I keep out there and I keep pushing, and it's something that keeps motivating me. So that's really the end of my video today. I just want to remind you, software is hackable, being connected is vulnerable. Make sure you protect yourself and you hack your systems, your processes, your health, your wellness, whatever that may be. You ethically hack it, just figure it out, really dive deep, enjoy the process, right? And become a hacker, right? A hacker of life, a hacker of finances, a hacker of your relationship, whatever that may be. Do that for yourself, because you're going to find so much more value in what you do. And that's something I would recommend. So remember, software is hackable, being connected is vulnerable. I'll see you tomorrow.